This is a good time to develop your personal resourcefulness. Your awareness of psychological processes enables you to relinquish old attachments and make an important transition in your growth. A sense of regeneration gives you energy for leadership and improved recognition for your creative efforts. An influential man can be significant to you during this time. In this period, you will have an enduring patience and a practical approach to your work and to the everyday life. With unwavering determination, you can focus on your goals. Through a slow and deliberate process, you can succeed and gain recognition and respect. You could be concerned with your long-term security, so you will make early plans for the future. You have good business sense and you avoid taking risks. Your common sense and logic will dictate the business and financial moves you make. You will slowly climb the ladder to success, ultimately in a position of authority and respect. This transit will trigger in you a need to make certain changes, particularly regarding ensuring material security. There is a risk, on the other hand, to act too comfortably and not take any action. But it is advisable to use this opportunity and lay the foundation to something that lasts. As a Taurus, you are likely to be very patient. A hard worker, one of those people who constantly puts forth much sustained effort. Your demeanor is slow and deliberate, and attempts by others to hurry you rarely succeed. You need time to adjust to new ideas and changes. You can be stubborn to a point of becoming rigid, but you are practical and constructive in nearly everything you do. You carefully consider options before starting any action or coming to any conclusion. You function best under conditions where there is predictability and where you can exercise a degree of control. Good-natured and friendly, your placid demeanor rarely shows anger or upset. When you're aroused, as suggested by the symbol of the sign, your reactions are very much like those of the angered bull. This anger can be reckless and often lingers on. There is a certain reluctance in the Taurus nature to try anything new or different. You don't take many chances, and you believe in sticking with the familiar and comfortable. There is not much adventure in your soul, and it's probably fair to label you a conservative individual. The danger with Taurus is the tendency to become too narrow-minded and to dismiss anything that cannot be seen, touched, smelled, or tasted. You are not usually the first to learn a lesson, but when it is mastered, you are not likely ever to forget. Retentive and steadfast, you do not scatter your energies. You may be lazy at times, perhaps not spending any energy at all for extended periods. Yet, long term, you are very willing to assume responsibility and shoulder more than your fair share of the load. You may be materialistic, often showing interests in money, security, and comforts in life. To those you love, you often show your feelings in a material way, and you appreciate the same in return. The Taurus personality is sometimes too concerned with money and possessions. Perhaps a little indulgent and luxury loving, you relish creature comforts and you appreciate beautiful possessions. Because of these interests, you have a good taste in clothing and furnishings. You also may have a talent for landscaping and working with plants and flowers to make your surroundings more pleasant and appealing. You may excel as a cook, but even if you don't have the inclination to prepare food, you certainly enjoy it, perhaps too much. Because of this, you may have a battle with your weight. A slow metabolism and a lack of interest in exercise often compound this problem. A natural interest in arts and music often leads to careers or hobby pursuits in some form of art. Taurus is the sign that rules the throat, so you may have a fine singing or speaking voice. Love relationships are very important to you. Since you don't like being alone, you may settle for a partnership that is less than ideal, instead of accepting loneliness. Once settled in a relationship, you are very steadfast and dependable. You are exceedingly loyal and make a very faithful friend. The most appealing aspect of Taurus, that sweet and loving temperament, is often present in Taurus natives.